It's the Hold Up Show. Let's go.
Bully. We getting money round here, baby. I don't know what y'all niggas doing. Out the bus, another move till we all good. Spread love where you rap, cause we all hood. Never knock a man, hustle man, we all should. Focus on that bag, nigga, till we all good. Out the bus, another move till we all good. Spread love where you rap, cause we all hood. Never knock a man, hustle man, we all should. Focus on that bag, nigga. Get that money. Out that CMD mist cut from that Fairview cloth. Ambitions of a rider turn aspirations of a boss. Hustling is a mentality, pointless without a goal. Expending a lot of energy for jewelry and hoes. Laid foundation for destiny, posted on the corner. Stay mapping out the game plan, blowing on marijuana. Practice on my cadence when the set was a sauna. Dangerous with the pen, bars like Raw from Tijuana. Talking for the commas, Bitcoin, whatever currency. For my life, stab wounds, gunshots, you'll need emergency. Torch beats to the third power of the third degree. Ain't trying to charge, just dart with the bag like a burglary. Losing many loved ones, that's why the sense of urgency. Get these rhymes out my head before me and the dirt meet. No more shopping around for good bud, that was dirt cheap. It's finance, trying to make my money work hard for me. Out the bus, another move till we all good. Spread love where you rap, cause we all hood. Never knock a man, hustle man, we all should. Focus on that bag, nigga, till we all good. Out the bus, another move till we all good. Spread love where you rap, cause we all hood. Never knock a man, hustle man, we all should. Focus on that bag, nigga. Get that money. Caught in the rat race, just one of the common folk. Chasing happiness or blowing smoke on the island remote. As a kid hearing break beats, judging the illest quotes. A teen puffin' Newports, trying to chill and hang with adults. Thirsty for knowledge, new school was fabricated. Rather hooky and learn the business of how money gets made. I'm trying to get paid. Seen the path, I'm ready to coast. Mom didn't understand I'm rebelling, cause I'm ready for growth. Most of the guidance was misguided, but kept me alive. Beat the logic from the projects, only the small survive. Ignore my instincts, trying to prove meaningless points. Seen they faded off when time to ride out for your ball. Despised by many, who knew I was the enemy? The fake love out of control when I dropped no remedy. These fly-by-night finickies had different energy. Claim they hustle so hard, looking Accutune dingy. While I'm out the bus, another move till we all good. Spread love where you rap, cause we all hood. Never knock a man, hustle man, we all should. Focus on that bag, nigga, till we all good. Out the bus, another move till we all good. Spread love where you rap, cause we all hood. Never knock a man, hustle man, we all should. Focus on that bag, nigga. Get that money. Get that money, get that money, get that money. Jersey. Get it? Focus on that bag.
What's up, good people? It's your boy Hoom Boom back with another segment of the Hold Up Show. And hold up, is the new Attorney General already losing the people's trust? Today we're going to get into a series of videos around the related Nothing Burger, that is the first phase of the Epstein files. First we're going to see a clip from Candace Owens, then we're going to dig back up old clip from reporter Amy Robach, and then we're going to go over two articles, and then I'm going to give some thoughts. So let's get into it. Hold up.
I am just tired of the Epstein conversation. We're never getting them, guys. Okay. Like, I just feel like this is getting weird, and it's this excitement of, like, obviously people that are implicated in these files are way too powerful and they're never going to let it be released. I'm filing JFK files and the Epstein files as files that the American people are never going to be able to see, because the people that are involved are the people that are still in control of America. How about that? That's what I think, actually. And so it makes no sense why we have this sort of media firestorm. The Epstein files are coming. The Epstein files are coming. And Attorney General Pam Bondi went on a media blitz and talks about how these files are coming, got people really excited. Something that I find to be amazing about American history is how it's nearly impossible for us to ever have anything that implicates Israel declassified. You know, like, if people know the story leading up to JFK's assassination, the arguments that he was having with Ben Gurion, the prime minister of Israel, the fact that AIPAC, then it was called AZC, was told by JFK that they had to register as foreign agents under FARA, demanded that they register as foreign agents, and that obviously you're not allowed to lobby for a foreign country according to our laws. And then lucky AIPAC, JFK got shot. And we're not allowed to see those files ever again. With Epstein, we know that he's had Mossad connections. That seems to be very apparent. CIA, Mossad stuff. Again, CIA, Mossad. I don't even know if there's a difference anymore. And suddenly it becomes very complicated to release files, right? There's just something that's just so complicated about the process. And so we learned that phase one of the files are being, and we've got to black out names, guys, because, it takes a very long time to black out victims' names. There's 250 names. You heard her. Send it to me, Pam. I will get it done in 1 hour. Not even. Actually, what am I even saying? The apps today, done, blacked out. I can color it. I can do this on Snapchat, Instagram. What do you want? What do you want? I'm just like so tired of the political back forth and pretending, oh, we're definitely going to be transparent. As soon as you know that there's any indication that Israel could be involved, we're not going to be transparent, my friends. Okay. So phase one was a nothing burger.
All right. So that is what Candace Owens had to say on the matter. So then I had to dig up this old clip from Amy Robach in 2019, and this is what she had to say about the Epstein files.
I've had the story for 3 years. I've had this interview with Virginia Roberts. We would not put it on the air. First of all, I was told, who's Jeffrey Epstein? No one knows who that is. This is a stupid story. Then the palace found out that we had her whole allegations about Prince Andrew and threatened us a million different ways. We were so afraid we wouldn't be able to interview Kate and Will that also quashed the story. And then Alan Dershowitz was also implicated in it because of the planes. She told me everything. She had pictures. She had everything. She was in hiding for 12 years. We convinced her to come out. We convinced her to talk to us. It was unbelievable what we had. Clinton. We had everything. I tried for 3 years to get it on, to no avail, and now it's all coming out, and it's like these new revelations, and I freaking had all of it. I'm so pissed right now. Like, every day I get more and more pissed because I'm just like, oh my God, what we had was unreal. Other women backing it up. Hey, yep. Brad Edwards, the attorney, 3 years ago, saying there will come a day when we will realize Jeffrey Epstein was the most prolific pedophile this country has ever known. I had it all 3 years ago.
So there you have it. Amy Robach's old comments, right? So this big nothing burger, phase one nothing burger, right? That was on the value menu. That was being slung by the Bondi burgers, right? You went through the drive-thru and got the special, a double nothing burger. And then for you to come out and say that you had no idea that wasn't all the information. Let's see what she got to say. Let's give her a chance to explain herself.
We all did. And the FBI handed over a couple hundred pages of documents. But, Sean, I gave them a deadline of Friday at 8 a.m. to get us everything. And a source had told me where the documents were being kept. Southern District of New York, shock. So we got them all by, hopefully all of them, Friday at 8 a.m. Thousands of pages of documents. I have the FBI going through them, and Cash is also, now that we have Cash here, it's a game changer, of course, and Cash is going to, Director Patel, is going to get us a detailed report as to why the FBI withheld all of those documents.
Okay, I want to be clear because I think people got frustrated because they were expecting more. You were expecting more, and you didn't find out less than 24 hours before the release. You got a whistleblower that confirmed that there were way more documents that they were supposed to turn over, and then you found out just before that.
Well, sure. And you're looking at these documents going, these aren't all the Epstein files. You know, there were flight logs, there were names and victims' names. And we're going, where's the rest of the stuff? And that's what the FBI had turned over to us. And so a source said, whoa, all this evidence is sitting in the Southern District of New York.
Yep.
So based on that, I gave them the deadline, Friday at 8, a truckload of evidence arrived. It's now in the possession of the FBI. Cash is going to get me and himself, really, a detailed report as to why all these documents and evidence had been withheld. And, you know, we're going to go through it as fast as we can, but go through it very cautiously to protect all the victims of Epstein, because there are a lot of victims.
Well, you had identified in phase one over 254. Okay. Now, is that the only thing that would be redacted? Will everything else be made public that you get in your possession?
Yeah, the FBI hasn't had, obviously, they haven't looked at the thousands of pages of documents that they've just received Friday. Yeah. But Cash has a team going through them, and it's always about protecting the victim. But you know what? We believe in transparency, and America has the right to know. The Biden administration sat on these documents. No one did anything with them. And why were they sitting in the Southern District of New York? I want a full report on that. You know, sadly, these people don't believe in transparency, but I think more, unfortunately, I think a lot of them don't believe in honesty. And it's a new day, it's a new administration, and everything's going to come out to the public. The public has a right to know. Americans have a right to know.
And that goes the same with the JFK files,
JFK,
RFK files,
Martin
MLK?
Luther King. Yep, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. What are the things that, and maybe some people don't understand the need to redact. In the case of a victim, that should be pretty obvious to people. What are the other things that maybe you would have to redact?
Well,
national security?
No, of course. National security, some grand jury information, which is always going to be confidential. But we'll see. Let's look through them as fast as we can.
What national security information would have to be redacted at this point of the game? Other than victims' names, what has to be redacted for a national security purpose? Please tell me.
Can get it out to the American people, because the American people have a right to know, not only on that, but on Kennedy, on Martin Luther King, on all of these cases that the Biden administration has just sat on for all these years. So yeah, it's really, it's not sad, it's infuriating that these people thought that they could sit on this information, but they can't. It's a new day, and we believe in transparency, and it's going to come out. And when we redact things, Sean, what we're going to do is not just pull pages out like they used to do. If something's redacted, you will know the line, and you will know why it's redacted. A victim's name, identifying information of a victim.
So, that is Pam Bondi in response to her phase one nothing burger, right? That she didn't know. They withheld stuff from her. Whistleblower came out and said, hey, in the 25th hour of you releasing this nothing burger that was covered up, innuendoed with suspected names and whatever, right? You find that there's all these files in the Southern District of New York. Of all places, the Southern District of New York. The same Southern District of New York that has the Anthony Weiner laptop, allegedly. The same Southern District of New York that has the Clinton Foundation files, allegedly. Same Southern District of New York that's trying Diddy, right? Allegedly, I don't know. I think it's the Southern District. And then we hear of the head of the FBI in New York being forced to step down. And he says, I'm forced to step down without any explanation. Was he the fall guy? Or was he the one hiding the information? You know what I'm saying? Because he for sure came out like, I don't know what happened. They're telling me I gotta step down. It's like, what, bro? You know why you gotta step down. Why'd you have to step down? Look, here it go, right here. Show you guys the clip real fast. So, the head of FBI field office in New York, James Dennehy, has just been forced to resign his post. He claims he was not given a reason why, but the Department of Justice has accused his office of refusing to hand over a trove of Epstein documents to Attorney General Pam Bondi. After President Trump was elected, Dennehy also told his office to dig in. Right? So it looks like we, or they, might have identified some more scum laying around, right? But what else was the possible scum holding on to that you guys ain't being transparent about? What other information that the people want to know that you guys don't want to be transparent about? Right? We're already off to a rocky start. A bad start. You released a nothing burger. A hyped up nothing burger. So then I hear this other news. Move this over for you guys. The Department of Justice blocks release of Democratic National Committee staffer Seth Rich's records. What's next? Right? DNC staffer Seth Richards' records not released. What's happening with Pam Bondi and transparency issues? The Department of Justice announces that the records of DNC staffer Seth Rich, which were set to be released March 10th, will not be made public. What the hell is going on with Pam Bondi? Where is the transparency? The recent announcement from the Department of Justice regarding the records of DNC staffer Seth Rich have stirred significant controversy and raised questions about the transparency in government dealings. Initially set to be released on March 10th, these records will not be made public, prompting reactions from various political commentators and activists, including Kylie Jane Kramer, who expressed her frustration on Twitter. The lack of clarity surrounding this decision has fueled speculation about what information might be withheld and the implications this has for public trust in government institutions. Understanding the Seth Rich case. Seth Rich was a Democratic National Committee staffer who was tragically murdered in Washington, D.C. in July 2016. His death sparked numerous conspiracy theories, particularly regarding his potential involvement in the leak of DNC emails to WikiLeaks. Over the years, various investigations and discussions have surrounded his case, with many seeking transparency and accountability. The withholdings of records that could shed light on this matter only intensifies public interest and concern. The role of the Department of Justice in this. The Department of Justice plays a crucial role in maintaining the integrity of public records and ensuring that sensitive information is handled appropriately. However, decisions to withhold information could lead to allegations of cover-ups or lack of transparency, Kramer's tweets reflect a growing sentiment among citizens who demand more openness from government entities, especially in cases that have significant public interest. Public reaction to the announcement. Why they keep mentioning this person? Kylie Jane Kramer's tweets exemplifies the frustration felt by many by questioning the motives behind the Department of Justice decisions and calling out Pam Bondi, a notable public figure. Kramer highlights a broader concern regarding accountability in government. The demand for transparency is not merely a matter of political discourse. It is a fundamental aspect of a democratic society where citizens have the right to access information that may affect public perception and policy. Yeah. The importance of transparency. Transparency in government is essential for maintaining trust between the public and its officials. When agencies like the DOJ decide to withhold information, it can lead to a lack of confidence in their operations. Citizens expect their government to be open about investigations, especially those involving high-profile cases or unsolved crimes. The refusal to release suffrage records not only raises questions about the investigation itself, but it also about the broader implications for how government agencies communicate with the public. Conclusion. The announcement by the Department of Justice regarding the withholding of suffrage records has sparked a significant conversation about transparency and accountability in government. As public figures like Kylie Jane Kramer's voice their concerns, it becomes increasingly clear that citizens are demanding more openness from their leaders. The implications of this case extend beyond one individual. They touch on the very foundation of democracy and the public's right to know. Why do they keep calling this democracy? When you stood up in class, you said, under one nation, which it stands, this republic, you know what I mean? All that good stuff, or whatever they said, right? But this is supposed to be a constitutional republic, not a democracy. Moving forward, it'll be crucial for the government agencies to navigate these requests with sensitivity and a commitment to transparency to rebuild trust with the public. Department of Justice announces that the records of suffrage would not be made public. So yeah. Then I found another article. And this one says, Trump's AG Pam Bondi makes new Epstein files promise after first phase failed. Attorney General Pam Bondi claimed that she has been given more evidence involving infamous sex offender Jeffrey Epstein after failing to make good on President Donald Trump's campaign promise. Last Thursday, Bondi and the Trump administration hosted several MAGA influencers at the White House to celebrate the release of what they called the first phase of evidence related to the Epstein case. But the bizarre publicity stunt was met with heavy backlash as the evidence presented was already public knowledge. On Monday, Bondi admitted on Fox News that the initial rollout didn't meet expectations, but claimed she had made new demands of the FBI. I gave them a deadline of Friday, February 28th at 8 a.m. to get us everything, Bondi explained, and a source had told me where the documents were being kept. Southern District of New York, shocked, so we got them all by Friday, 8 a.m. Bondi said the agency turned over a truckload of evidence, and thousands of papers are currently under review by the FBI. She also added that FBI Director Cashapp is going to get us a daily report as to why documents were originally withheld from her. After weeks, Phase 1 rollout, critics suggest that Bondi and administration were intentionally trying to pass off already public knowledge to appease public demand, as well as potentially burying Trump's well-established links to Epstein. During her interview, Bondi blamed the administration of former President Joe Biden for sitting on evidence. Yeah, that's an old playbook, blaming on the last administration, right? Not one did anything with them, and why were they just sitting in the Southern District of New York? I want a full report on that. Bondi said, sadly, these people don't believe in transparency, but I think more unfortunately, I think a lot of them don't believe in honesty. It's a new day, she added. It's a new administration, and everything's going to come out publicly. The public has the right to know. Americans have the right to know. When asked about the possible redactions and future rollouts, Bondi vowed, if something's redacted, you will know the line and will know why it's redacted. So, yeah. This is what I mean. You want us to believe you now that you're being transparent when what you released wasn't even transparent and it was already known information, and then you claim you didn't know that it was still more information, and oh my gosh, I gotta get it, I gave them another deadline. It's like, come on, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? It is now March 5th and we ain't got more, right? So, I want to know your thoughts. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Did this new Attorney General already lose your trust? Did you ever give her trust to begin with? Were you thinking that at the very least, some information was going to be released that wasn't known to the public, or that could put all this to rest to start holding people accountable? Or did you believe that it was just going to be another distraction, wish-washy, and hope another something pops up so we forget that there will be no more Epstein information released allegedly or whatever, right? And then let's not only forget the tragic death of DNC staffer Seth Rich, right? Who is allegedly responsible for leaking the information to WikiLeaks, right? Which basically got him locked up. I'm trying to think of his name. Julian Assange, right? So Julian Assange released these emails during this election period, or going into this election period or whatever, and that's eventually what led to Hillary Clinton losing, or that was like the big October surprise, right? That got her up out of there. Then it was the great debate, like, between her and Trump, that first one, when he was like, yeah, because if I was in charge, you would be in jail. You would be in jail, right? Remember all that, right? And what was allegedly on those emails, and then she allegedly went and destroyed another server and put the Clorox and busted up, or whatever was going on, right? Bunch of weird stuff with her and that never got resolved, never was transparent, never was whatever, right? So now you're not going to release those files and let that man actually rest in peace, right? If he was the hero that got those released and started a movement that he could possibly never even imagine, because at the end of the day, the reason why people were so invested and so had so much energy for this is because we want to stop child and human trafficking, right? This is what it all comes down to, right? This is why the information highway has turned up. This is why you see so many people wanting to talk and wanting to get this information out there, or try to break it down and make sense of it all, to start holding people accountable, or to stop whatever's going on with these child and human trafficking situations, right? So It's your boy Hoom Boom. This is another segment of the Hold Up Show. And hold up. BSing us already? You let me know. Peace.